This is the sixth topic in basic coordinate geometry, and in this passage we want to derive a formula for finding the area of a triangle when the vertex coordinates are given. So I've drawn a diagram here showing the triangle FED, whose area we wish to find, and I've given the coordinates of F, E and D in the usual way, and put in some extra lines which will help us understand what I'm about to say. So, we first of all find the area of the entire shape A, B, C, D, E, F. So I'll write that down. The entire area A, B, C, D, E, F. It's comprised of two trapeziums, as you should be able to see. One on the left, which is AFDB, and one on the right, which is BEDC. So, assuming you know the way in which the area of a trapezium is worked out, it will be 1/2 of the two parallel sides. So that's one added together, 1 y2 plus y2, divided by the distance between them, which is x2 minus x1. That's for the left-hand one. And for the right-hand one, it's similar. That will be y2 plus y3 divided by 2, all multiplied by x3 minus x2. We'll leave that as it is for the moment. And from this, we have to subtract. From this, we need to subtract the area designated as AFDC, which again is a trapezium, and its area worked out in the same way will be y1 plus y3 divided by 2 multiplied by x3 minus x1. And when we've done that, with a little bit of algebra, which I shan't go through because it's something you should be able to handle yourself, this simplifies to the following formula: 1/2 x1 times y2 minus y3 plus x2 times y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2. And that was the formula I had to use in my pre-A-level exams 70 years ago. And I spent many times writing this out so that I could remember it for the examination. Right, so let's take an example using this. First of all, so the coordinates, let's say the coordinates that were given are 2, 4, 7, 8, and 3, minus 8. Just substituting that into this formula, area will equal 1/2 2 multiplied by 8 minus minus 8 plus 7 into minus 8 minus 4 plus 3 into 4 minus 8. And that will work out to 1/2 of 32 minus 84 minus 12, which comes to minus 32. Don't worry about the sign. It all depends whether it comes out positive or negative, whether we go clockwise around the diagram or anti-clockwise. But the main thing is we need the magnitude of the area. The magnitude of the area will be 32. Now, if, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to have a little bit of a problem remembering this formula, there is an escape route, and it's going to go as follows. So try this. I'm going to use something called a determinant, which may be new to some people, but not to everybody. And what it looks like, it's just a square array of numbers, and it'll be composed of the made out in the following way. So 1, 1, 1. Right? Then the coordinates, the x coordinates 2, 7, and 3, and the y coordinates 4, 8, and minus 8. Right. Now I'm going to write down a slightly augmented form of that, writing down the first two columns again, 1, 2, 4, and 1, 7, 8. And we're now going to perform a multiplication. And I'm going to start at the top left-hand corner with the 1 and go down diagonally to the right. So I'm going to multiply 1 times 7 times minus 8, which comes to minus 56. And I'll move to the next one and do the same thing, multiply 1 times 3 times 4, which is 12. And then next 1 times 2 times 8, which is 16. Then I'm going to write a minus sign and put another bracket here. And this time I'm going to start at the bottom left with the 4 and go diagonally upwards. So that's 4 times 7 times 1, which is 28. And then 8 times 3 times 1, which is 24. And lastly, minus 8 times 2 times 1, which is minus 16. Let's see what that all works out to. So, that will be 1/2. And the ones outside the bracket will come to minus 28. That's 16 plus 12 minus 56. That's minus 28. And then the bits inside the bracket, that'll come to 52, 60, 36. And let's move on from there. So that will come to 1/2 minus 6 times minus 64, which comes to minus 32, exactly as before. Now, it's worth going through that again by yourselves and making up a few examples to try yourselves just to work that out, because it's 100 times easier than having to remember that formula and going through it.